Good morning, everybody. Hello. Hey, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. You are in our Stitchuation room. This is a Monday through Friday virtual stitching retreat. You hang out with me in here, follow me on my sewing journey, and I hope I can inspire you to put something under the needle or tidy or organize or do something. Purge, right? Declutter. And I have the cutest, oh, she's bouncing. Oh, yeah, she's trained, you guys. Let's get our Dottie and our Frito visit out of the way. These are my babies. If you're new, hi, welcome. And we have got a couple of dogs here. Let me push this out of the way. So you guys get, there they are. There they are. You guys, this is like a big playroom in here now. So there we go. This is Frito. She's our 5-year-old Queensland stumpy tail cattle dog. Yes, and you can have some too. And this is Dottie. And Dottie is our new cowboy corgi. So she is 11 weeks old today. There you go. Here's your Dave biscuits. Yes, her ears are wanting to come up and stay up, y'all. I just absolutely love it. All right. And then we're going to give Frito a stick. Go brush your teeth. And then I don't have your baby one here, Dottie. I don't have a baby one for you. Nope. I don't have a baby one for you. I'm going to have to get it or I'm going to be in trouble. You want a close up? She's just a doll, you guys. Come here, sweets. Come here. Oh, my goodness, you guys. This is Dottie. Look at her. Look at those ears. Oh, my word. Y'all. We are, like I said, 11 weeks old today. Oh, the papers that are in her crate are the same ones that have been there since Friday, and they're all clean. Yay. Let me get you a stick, Dottie. Hold on. Hold on, baby. Let me get you one. Mama forgot to get your stick. Yeah. Okay. Here you go. There you go. There you go. All right. Bye-bye. Okay. I have to have her out of the sewing room while I'm with you guys because, cords, aren't those fun? Yeah. All right. So that's my life, you guys, just kind of crazy with the dogs. Good to see everybody in the chat. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I got a lot done. Some sewing, some video shooting for my members, and of course, responding to emails and all of that. But let me swing you guys around here a little bit. You went fly fishing in Jackson Hole. How fantastic is that? Wow, Vicki, what a treat. Wow, that's amazing. That is amazing. Let me turn this a little bit. So I finished another set of sashing stars on Autumn Love. I got my quilt pressed and ready for borders for the 2020, 2024 Mystery Designer Block of the Month from Fat Quarter Shop. Hopefully the side borders go on today. And shot a video for you guys and got it edited. So I've got to get the project itself for that video stitched out for an entry, an opening. Hey, look what I made and let me show you how I did it kind of thing. And so hopefully by the end of the week, that'll be up. This is it. On a tablet, you can see the chat. So you can type in good morning. Well, I'm glad you did that. That's great. Awesome. Okay. Looks like you guys, you got your finished Christmas tree quilt. So cute. Yeah, so that's what we are working on today. Congratulations on that, Carla. So that's this thing right here. And these are white on whites behind me. It's not a big gap. So I spent a lot of time this weekend. I was actually short some, a couple of reds and a couple of greens and a couple of whites. And that may have been because I washed the reds. I don't know. I'm wondering on that because, so the pattern called for fat eighths, right? Which is a 9-inch block. Well, these are 5-inch, or a 9-inch strip, right? A fat eighth. Or was it a quarter yard? I can't remember. But anyway, so as it happens, sometimes I only had 9 inches to cut from. And so, you know, an extra inch would have given me 2 5-inch blocks, but that's not how that worked in my fabric. And another lady, Marion, had wrote me about the same thing. I didn't have any kind of waste at all, but it just worked out that way. So I just went into my stash and got a couple more. That was the intent of this quilt from the beginning anyway, was to go into your stash and use that up. So we've been working on this quilt since the middle of summer, beginning in July, when no, you can't come in here. I'm sorry. When we went on our 6-week trip around the central US. And I'm going to have to close the door because she's going to start whining and yipping. So after I got everything laid out and put together and whatnot, I wasn't crazy about all of the yellow green like this on these points. I chose these colors because I thought, well, they're close to solid and I wanted something solid toward the white versus some kind of print, right? So anyway, the tree was very yellow green and I just wasn't a fan. And so I did go into my stash yesterday, Saturday and Sunday, and cut more squares of some more Christmassy greens that I had. I can see in the camera here, I need to do a little bit of moving around. Got some super darks that need balanced. Cameras are great for that, aren't they? You like my shirt? Yeah. May the 4th be with you. Isn't that cool? I like to wear this on Star Wars days if it lands on a day when we're going to be on, but I'm not going to not wear it when it rolls up in rotation in my closet. Oh, Marie, that's sweet. She says she loves watching Dottie grow. So I also went in, there were a lot of light reds, like, let's see, really light reds. You can see like that right there, that's mine. That really light red right here, that's mine. But there was some super light reds that I wasn't a fan of either. And so I went back and into my stash, and I'm a whimsical quilter. I love whimsy patterns and prints. So I found some of the old, this is some me and my sister, you know, with little snowmen. So I found some of those reds and added them in, and then the whites and stuff I already had and whatnot. So yeah, I went through and did that. I've got a couple of snowmen blocks. I've got some more. What else did I add in? I added in this print. That's cute. This was a backing that I had, and I had a backing scrap. So that turned out real good right there. So anyway, that's kind of what I did this weekend. Grab some existing greens, reds, and whites and put them in the place where I had gaps, and then swapped out a lot of the yellow green. So today I just wanted to go over with you how this is supposed to be put together. You get a grid in here, and this grid, she wants you to label your rows across the top, or your columns across the top, and then down the side as well. And that way you can keep track of what needs to go where. She also tells you right here, she wants you to sew in columns. Okay. And she does this. So the first one is one of them's face up and the other one is face down. And what she means by that is every time you press, that your seam allowance is going the opposite direction. So when you put these columns together, so these two were sewn together, and you can see the seam allowance goes to my right here, okay? And then the one below it, the seam allowance goes to the left. So one way and one the other. And I'm just going to real quick show you how I do that to keep it all straight. And then I sewed these two together. all the way down. So these four columns now are done. There. All right. I hope that's clear as mud. How about a sip of coffee? Do you guys have a good weekend? Who's excited about the Downton Abbey movie? It's releasing on the 12th here in the United States, and which is Friday. And I have a doctor's appointment on Friday in town, and I'm seriously thinking about, after I get done with that, to go see the movie. I'm seriously thinking about it. But that'll be a lot of fun. I love that show. I binge watch it. It's terrible. I also still, on this pattern, I have a couple more bows to do. If you're a member of our private Facebook group, Becky Campus did beautiful bows, and she did something very cool with hers. She created them a little bit from an image that she scanned in, she found on Google and scanned it in, and then kind of made it her own. I'm pretty sure that's how she did it. And then it's got loops. And you know how when you're looking at loops on a real bow package, you can see the underside of the loop. So she made it, she snap-plicated is what she did. But the back of it, she turned the fabric wrong side up. So it looks like you're looking at the underside of a loop with some pretty tails on the ribbons. It's gorgeous. So very, very nicely done, Becky. That's just beautiful. And she put it on our Facebook group. If you haven't had a chance to take a peek at it, you might want to. Well done. I mean, just to come up with that. I can't do that. I can't do that kind of thing. You must have missed something. What is the blue star? Oh, Vicki, you've been goofing off over in Yellowstone. Yeah, I created channel memberships. And if you are a member of the channel membership, which is 99 cents a month, okay, a recurring charge, then you're going to get exclusive content for videos that I put out for members only. And those are one video a month. And I hope to have the first one out this coming Friday. The big thing is going to be, Deb's looking forward to it, that movie too. Yeah, I can't wait. So I have 2 Bunny Hill Designs applique quilts that I am going to snap-plique 1 block a month. So there's 2 years worth of projects right there, worth of videos. Yeah, thank you, Vicki. She says, you go, girl. So then the videos will either be snap-plique or things I'm doing in Brilliance. Sometimes when I'm creating, and that's what the first one is. It's something I've done very cool in Brilliance. The very first video that is going to be out this week, I show you how to create your own in the hoop wall hanging using Brilliance. It's a very cool feature. So a lot of fun, Good stuff. Deb says, yippee, yay. All right, so let me show you how I'm putting these columns together. It's not difficult, but it's easy to get confused. And I am not one to go, oh, Terry just joined. Thank you, Terry. That's awesome. So I am not one to go tagging, individual little pieces or whatnot. So it's just this is how my mind is going to keep this straight. Okay. Yeah. So the first video coming out this month, you guys, is creating an in the hoop wall hanging in Brilliance. And I am using Stitch Artist 1. You only need Stitch Artist 1 to do the one that I'm doing. Okay. But there is a 10% off coupon for Brilliance that's good through the 14th. And I have it linked right below this video. So if you are ready to jump into Stitch Artist 2 will allow you to do snap-plique. But Stitch Artist 1 is all you need for this. So if that's all you have, you should be able to make the wall hangings. All right. You want to see my bag? What bag? I don't remember bags. Okay. Oh, that bag. I went to a class on Friday. It's in parts and pieces. It will not be a UFO. I really want to finish it. What did I do with it? Yeah, that's a good thing before we get into this. Thank you for reminding me about that. You're just learning in Brilliance. So much to learn. I know it. Emma and Cindy, hold on a minute. Let me get my bag. I went to a class at Stitched in Shirts, and Claudia was showing how to make it's called an Archie backpack. And the lady who designed the pattern used to work for By Annie. She and Annie Ulrin are friends, so there's no drama there. Okay. But let me see. Here's the pattern. This is the Archie backpack. It's a good size. All right. So it's got that rounded top, which is cool. And all right, what do we have here? So this is my fabric. This is Welcome to Quilt Town by Missouri Star. This is their signature fabric. So that's the outside and that's my lining. This was going to be an inside pocket, but instead I opted for the mesh for the inside pocket so I can see. And then also what I love about bag patterns, I'm learning how to make bags. I'm not good at them right at this point. Okay. So I lowered this a little bit because it said to stop it like right here so that it was open on the bottom. And Claudia recommended to bring it down and make it a little bit longer so it could be sewn, and that way nothing falls out of the bottom. So there are my straps. And I gave a little lesson on how to turn your straps using a turning tool with the strap in it already. So that was fun. And then we've got buckles. It's gold now, y'all. Everything's all gold. Okay. And so this is the back of the bag. And then here is the front. And okay. So I put a zipper in like it said. Yeah, Becky, you're welcome. Okay. And then the pattern says to do one stitch down the center for this inner pocket. I like a smaller pocket, whether for a pair of glasses or perhaps a charging cord right here. And then there's going to be, this is over the front, so you can't see, but I created a total of 3 pockets. All right. Y'all, I had the hardest time choosing zippers, the zipper color. So I took all 4 colors with me. I had baby blue, dark orange, light orange, and yellow. And I had the whole class help me choose because you guys, I want to thank Gail from up in Austin. She was there. She held up everything and kind of, did the audition of the fabrics and the different zippers. And she goes, go stand on the other side of the room. So I went back there and everybody was like, yeah, dark orange. And so that was a lot of fun. I love doing sewing things like that with folks and I told her, I said, see, I'm not kidding when I say I can't pick fabrics. And I don't do colors, putting them together very well. So, but I still have all the gusset and other pieces to put together, but it's going really well. So I may take this with me to El Campo and sew that while we are there. So that'd be a good project for me to finish my backpack while I am there, which means I got to pack up my straight stitch machine again. But that's fine. It's always fun to stitch on that. But I had a really good time with that. That was on Friday. So I got there just in time for the class too. But Claudia is a great instructor. We had a good time. So, okay. Thank you, Kelly. Yeah. So I just chose the dark focus fabric from the Missouri Star, Welcome to Quilt Town, and the coordinating light fabric for the inside of the bag. Okay. And if you are a long armor and you like making bags, I quilted this all on my long arm first. And then I used the square block, just a plain square in Pro Stitcher, and stitched the exact size that the pattern called for and created a square, and then went a 1/4 inch inside and stitched another. Okay. So I identified my seam allowances. And then I just cut it out on my outside lines for the pieces of the size I was supposed to cut. Very cool, very fast. This poor girl sitting behind me, she was on she's on a regular sewing machine, just closing in her edges because you have to seal these, otherwise you can get gappies and you don't want that. So she kept all I heard was just the whole time. And that's all she was doing, spending that whole hour or so sealing up those edges. I felt bad for her. I'm too lazy for that. Okay. Scotty Dog got goodies in the kitchen. Y'all, we have a virtual kitchen. Wander over there and give me a thumbs up. While you are at it, I'd appreciate it very much. It helps the channel so much. It's free for you to like the video, and it pushes my content out to other stitchers, and we can grow our community. I love that. Okay, so Quilting with Harriet says, yay, Pro Stitcher. Just to let you guys know too, Quilting with Harriet, check out her YouTube channel, and she does Pro Stitcher lessons. Okay, so if you are interested in Pro Stitcher lessons, reach out to her. She can help you. All right. So I'm going to get like this column going here, and it's important when you stitch these. Vicki says, I joined. Now what? Look, Becky, I joined. Yes, you did, Vicki. Okay, so now let me stop one. All right, squirrel. So now when I put out a video, remember, I'm obligating one video a month. I mean, it's 99 cents, you guys, right? So one video a month, and it'll come up on my channel. You don't have to go to another channel at all, okay? And it'll just say members only. And when it says members only, those of you that are joined will be able to watch it, okay? So you in the same place. So is Claudia here? Yeah, Claudia was my instructor for the bag. She was great, y'all. I'm trying to do something. I got something wrong. She's like, no. Let me show you. So just like the instructions said, I'm going to take this and pull it over and put it here. So to keep myself from getting all turned around and mixed up, I do these one at a time all the way down to the bottom. So the side that is going to be stitched on, which is, right? So if this is how they go, then this is the side that's going to be stitched. And I keep that side, I'm going to put it down here. The side that's going to be stitched on is the side that's closest to my sewing machine. Okay. How do you join? So to join my membership, if you are on an Android device, you hit subscribe, and then there is a join button. If you're on an Apple device, an iPhone or an iPad, then you need to go into your browser, whether it is the Safari, Edge, or Chrome, okay? And you're going to type in to the search bar on the browser, youtube.com, and don't go into the app. You need to go, you don't use your YouTube app. You can't join through the YouTube app on an Apple device. So you have to go, you would go to your Safari browser, okay? You tap that. And then it says search or enter website. I'm going to type in youtube.com and go to that. So now I'm on the browser, okay? And it says open in the YouTube app. Open, don't do that. And right here we have the YouTube website. This is the app where it says open. This is the website. So right here on the website, you're going to type Power Tools with Thread for my channel. This is what I'm getting from everybody who's told me about this. I come up first. How you like me now? All right, tap that. Okay, and then I think the subscribe, you want to subscribe to the channel. I'd have to sign in because I'm on the browser. I'm not going to go through all of that. And then under the videos, there is a join button, but you have to do it in the browser, not in the YouTube app, okay? So there is no members section, Tracy. There is no members section. You are in the right place. And when I put a video out that says members only, you're going to be able to watch it. Those who are not members won't be able to watch it, and they're going to have FOMO. Have you heard of that? FOMO? F-O-M-O? It's fear of missing out. So, all right. Yes, you can also go to a desktop, and that will work as well. Okay, so let's get back to the Christmas tree. All righty. So again, I'm going to take this one and fold it over to the one it's going to be sewn on. This is the edge I'm going to stitch. This is just my method of doing this. And because this is the edge I'm going to stitch, I'm going to put it crossways like this. Again, with this edge closest to like the upper corner of my sewing machine, not the lower one. So I'm always going to be stitching this edge or this edge is how that goes. Okay. That's how I do it. You got to try. I know Deb says after a bunch of tries, I finally got it. Now on these white on whites, it doesn't really matter, but I'm doing it anyway, just to have the continuity so that I don't get turned around and mixed up. Because if you sew these tree branches wrong, you're going to know it. I have messed up one so far and had to unstitch and put it back. So this is important here on these tree branches. Those of you that have this classy American design wall, you need, Suzanne did it, yay! You need Otis 404 to spray on this thing. Otherwise, your fabric doesn't stick as well as you would like. I know quilt shops use it and do that all the time. The thing about the Otis 404, though, is that it will cause it'll stick to itself as it rolls up and down. You just got to kind of, keep a light tension on the bar and make sure it doesn't get itself all wound up. Okay. Candace did it. Yay, Candace. Awesome. Yeah, so this first video that'll be out this week will be for making your own in the hoop project, a little wall hanging with tabs. How about that? In Brilliance. And then we'll be doing a lot of snap-applique for my Bunny Hill Designs quilts. Okay. I'm going to tell you guys too, the plan right now. Been talking about it with my folks. Thank you, Debbie. She's my thumbs up cheerleader. Hit the like button. The plan right now is, you know how we did the snap-applique on the Happy Halloween quilt? That ghost video is going to remain free, and everything else is going to go, all the other blocks will go behind the membership. So I'm going to do that with those series of things that are big snap-applique quilts. I'm still working on Merry Christmas because I jacked up the sizing on some of the blocks, so I have to figure it out. What Bunny Hill quilt? Casey Shaw. Oh, I got two of them, girl. Let me show you. The first one is A Very Sweet Christmas. Isn't this precious? Look at that. Somebody in our Facebook group is making these blocks and putting them up every time. This is adorable. So I'm going to snap-applique this entire quilt. Okay. All of these blocks are going to be snap-appliqued. And I'm going to take you through how I do it for each block. All right. And then Prairie Days. This is an older one. This is adorable. Isn't that so cute? I can't stand that cow. How cute is he? Oh my goodness, those cows are stinking adorable. Look at that. So she's going to go back and thumbs up the video she missed. That's great, Vicki. Oh, let you guys know too, I'm going to cut up on the rooftop. If not today, then tomorrow. And I will start stitching this with you when I don't want to take it to El Campo. I might, because I'm going to be filming at El Campo. But I really want to work on the bag there, my backpack. So we'll probably start this like the week of the 22nd. Okay. Up on the rooftop from Fat Quarter Shop. Oh, and then also I finished this bit of Autumn Love Stars. Okay. So there's the bottom sashing of Autumn Love. And there are the stars. 2 of them are in 2x2s and 2 of them are in 2x3s. So got those done this weekend as well. Okay. Let you guys know too, Prim is going to start Kelly, you're not behind. I'm behind. She says, I have half of Up on the Rooftop done and you're a little behind. No, my friend, I haven't even cut it. You're way ahead of me. Okay. Now, if you want to knock that out and get it done, go to the Fat Quarter Shop's blog because they went through and just did it. They did the block, like a block a week or so, a row a week or something like that. They went through and did that. That fabric was supposed to be in before we left on our 6-week trip. And I was going to get it cut and ready to go and stitch it on the trip. And it didn't arrive until while we were on the road. So I got way behind on it. Okay. There are no member only videos yet. Right. No videos yet. As of today, September 8th, there are no member only videos yet. Thank you, Debbie, for clearing that up. Yes. Because I haven't put any out. I just started the membership a week ago. So let me tell you how that happened, what happened, right? So many viewers email me all the time and say, I want private classes for Snapplique. I'm not near a quilt store. I'm not going to be able to come see you. I'm homebound. Can we do it online? Blah, blah, blah. So the problem with that for me as a content creator is hosting the content somewhere. And I have to pay for that. And I have to maintain it. And I have to handle all of that. And I have to and I don't have the bandwidth for that, you guys. I have to realize my limitations. And I don't have the bandwidth to manage uploading videos to another site and maintaining that for your lifetime anytime you want to look at it. What happens if the site goes out of business, right? Like Facebook said, okay, we're not going to host videos any longer than 90 days. And then a lot of content creators were scrambling to move their content that they have as a membership or whatever, a paid thing, from Facebook's platform to something else. So I just took all of that into consideration. And I decided that I thought, well, let me check into YouTube memberships. So because I'd never done memberships before, I'm looking around on the screen and figuring out how all that goes. And the membership thing said 99 cents. And I'm like, well, that's fair, whatever. And they have different levels that you can do. So some are $1.99, some are $4.99, all this other stuff. But because I'm a beginner at doing memberships, I only had one option. But if you increase your price in memberships, then you have to add additional perks. If I have to put out additional perks, that's more content creation for me that I don't have the bandwidth for, right? So I'm messing around with this on the back end. And I said, well, let me look at what this is about. And I clicked, memberships and was clicking around and looking at the different things. And then I was like, okay, I'll think about it, because I had said before I wasn't going to do memberships and this and that, but I said, I'll think about it. Well, then there wasn't a way to undo it. It was done. Once you click on that on my end, it's over, right? It's done. And I said, well, I just won't tell anybody about that. I'll just leave it be. So the next day, I'm on Stitchuation Room with you guys chit-chatting, and I see my very first member pop up, and it says new member, and it was in a green thing, new member. And you guys have seen those in the chat. And I was like, oh, I got a member. And it didn't dawn on me until like 15 seconds later. I said, oh, and somebody said, what is that? And then I had to explain it. And it just, so that's how that worked. That's how that went. So it's a new thing for me. And so now I have private memberships for the channel. There is no other channel. You are in the right place. However, there will be one video a month pre-recorded without the chat distractions that'll say members only. And you click on it. Reba figured it out. Yay. You'll click on it, and it's 99 cents a month. And I'm not going to raise the price. I'm not going to raise the price. It's going to stay 99 cents a month. Okay. And then you'll get private videos that I do. So yeah, Quilting with Harry. It says happy accident. Y'all, that happens to me all the time. I go, oh no, what have I done? So Okay. I'm still trying to stitch this and I'm watching the chat. All right. Yes, all content that's already out there, for the most part, will remain free. All of it. So Vicky said FOMO's real. It is real. I know. So yeah, I'm not going to raise the price on the memberships. It's fine. And people are actually emailing me going, you need to raise your prices. And I'm not going to. I'm not going to. I appreciate that a lot of you are on fixed incomes. We are not, most of us are not, working anymore. Okay, I'm still doing this. Excuse me. So my tree down here at the bottom. So that's how that happened. But there is no other channel. You are in the right place. Okay. And the bottom row. Okie dokie. And this is the edge that's going to get sewn. Deb's Quilting Corner. Yay. Thank you for joining. All right. So now I'm just going to do some stitching. I will continue to do the Stitchuation room every morning. Yes, it will be great for you Snapplique peeps. Yes. Can you pay for a full year? No, Gloria. You cannot. It's a month-to-month charge. YouTube manages that. Okay. And I'll tell you something else. YouTube takes 30 cents of every one. They take 30%. Yep. And then self-employment taxes are like almost 30%. So 30 cents on every video, you guys, is profit. Yay. I mean, for every month, and that's fine. It's not about that. Y'all, I was talking with Bonnie's husband, and he's like, are you working for taxes? I said, I think so. So Ronnie has a good question. What if we don't own a Snapplique machine? So there is no such thing as a Snapplique machine. It's an embroidery machine. It's taking paper patterns that were never intended to be embroidery designs and creating an embroidery design using the Brother Scan and Cut and embroidery software. And I use Embrilliance. So I get a penny per person. Yeah, pretty much, Lady Bear, is how it goes, right? Whatever. But what that does is it satisfies the need for those people who want to see Snapplique slow over, because a lot of folks will play a little bit of the video. Some of them have. You got that Bunny Hill design quilt? Well, get it out and do it with me. We'll have it done in a year. So a lot of folks have the scan and cut part down, okay? And they don't need help with that. They need help with the Embrilliance piece of it. And some folks need help with all of it. And so you're going to be able to just watch, and you can stop the video and follow along. That's how it's going to go. So, all righty. I have 833. Oh, my subscribers are 83,300. I went over 300. Yay. That's awesome. You know, it's so funny. When I started my channel back in 2019, socialblade.com said that I was going to be at 100,000 subscribers by 2020, beginning of 2023. And then NM Cindy, it's better to get Stitch Artist 2. You can do Snapplique with Stitch Artist 2. It contains all of the tools that are in Stitch Artist 1 because they build on each other, okay? So get Stitch Artist 2 and use my link below if you would. I'd appreciate that. So anyway, then as the world opened up after COVID, the subscriber count just really, it never went down, but the growth just kind of flattened out, and it's been a slow and steady, which I really like, because to me, that's organic. Those are real people, not bots. And as Quilting with Harriet will tell you, having a YouTube channel and building your audience is no easy feat. That's for sure. It's something else. Okay, so I have this quilt package here in front of me. I'm going to move it. This is all of the fabrics for that Christmas tree quilt and the pattern and whatnot. Okay, you found me during COVID, yeah. The link to Bunny Hill on the Fat Quarter Shop says it can't be activated. I'll have to check. I'll check that out. Let me look after the video's over. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm going through, and remember, this is my method here, you guys. So I'm going through, and it's always on this side or this side that I am sewing these with a 1/4 inch seam. So I pulled them from the top of the quilt down to the bottom, and now I'm sewing from the bottom of the quilt back to the top in the order. I just did like this so that I don't get these out of order. It's really important. Well, Gina, thank you. She says she just purchased Stitch Artist 3 through my link. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Oh my goodness. Y'all, there's a piece of software out there right now that is for just making in the hoop projects. Okay. It's it's floating around on the interwebs. It's very popular. And you do not need that when I show you how to make this video the video I'm going to release this week for members. Yeah, so my membership channel is $12 a year for you guys. That's all. Oh, RBF Designs. Thank you for joining. All right. I haven't thanked everybody, you guys. There's been too many. So my subscriber count is different than my memberships, y'all. Way different. Subscribers are way different. Subscribers are free. Okay. But I got a real cool little trick I do for the one up, one down sewing of these seam allowances. I want to show you. I felt so bad for a couple of the girls at the bag class. Sandy says, "Yay, I joined. You did it. Yay." They were on machines that were not designed to stitch bags. And literally, they're trying to sew, and their machine just went, "Oh, Debbie and Donna, thank you for joining." They're no, it's not called Merry Merry Snowman. It's called Very Merry Christmas, I believe. A Very Sweet Christmas. That's the one from Bunny Hill. Is that what you're talking about, Scotty Dog? Now, that's not going to be a sew along, you guys. I mean, I guess you could treat it as one. I'm going to do 1 block a month. So anyway, they're sewing along. It happened to 2 ladies. They had the same machines. And you could hear it jam up. And then that needle was trying to, it just could not. On the Joy Pillow, do you need an embroidery design? You do not, Kathy. No. If you don't, the Joy Pillow can be done with the templates the old-fashioned way. And we're going to start the Joy Pillow in the beginning of October. I don't know if they have any more of those or not. I know that they are out of Enchanted Winter. And also, you guys, I wanted to let you know, we're going to start Prim in Very Sweet Christmas by Bunny Hill. Yeah. That's not going to be done by Christmas, y'all. It's going to take a year to get that done. So we're going to start Prim. I need to bring that up to show you guys. Let's see. No, not that one. Hold on. Two Chicks Quilting. We're going to do Prim. We're going to start that quilt along in the fabric ships in November. A lot of you have already bought it I've got it linked below, I believe. If not, I'll do it right after the video. Prim is another, thank you for joining, Teresa. Prim is another Riley Blake embroidery design. Now, it's not going to be like what we did. It will be applique. I'm going to show you right here. I'm going to jump over to the, let me see. Okay. Two Chicks Quilting's website. Okay. And Julie from Two Chicks has asked that you guys please use my link because it's easier for her to keep track of everything with that. Okay. So when you're on twochicksquilting.com, you come to fabric and kits. All right. And then down here, there is a link for power tools with thread. I've got my own page. How about that? All right. So here is Prim. You have to get the fabric kit. Okay. And then the machine embroidery design. So this is a pre-order. Okay. And there you go. It's going to, let's see, I want to move this up. It's applique and it's just precious, you guys. This quilt is just so stinking cute. Oh my goodness. I am going to do it exactly the way the book says, the pattern says to do it. I'm going to go ahead and applique this whole quilt. The one I'm doing now on Autumn Love is a quilt as you go. This one I'm going to do exactly like it says. Okay, so I just want to put that out there for you guys. That beautiful applique in there. Beautiful applique. Let's do this. There we go. Okay. So those fabric kits are going to start shipping in November, I'm told. Or they've got a bunch of fabric and they're waiting for the USBs, one or the other, something like that. So Riley Blake is getting those products to Two Chicks, and they're going to go out to everybody who's pre-ordered. So I have a video chat with Riley Blake Embroidery this week, and we're going to just make sure that everything is it this week or next week? Oh, it's the 22nd after we get back from El Campo. So the lady who is now the embroidery digitizer for Riley Blake is a longtime quilter, and she knows exactly what we look for in those kinds of things for what we're used to from like Designs by Juju and Sweet Pea and all of that. Okay. Well, Patches and Petals, she said I should get credit for everything sold during these videos. Y'all, again, sometimes I'm just working for taxes. I have to be careful. Yeah. All righty. So will I snapplique the Two Chicks quilt? So the Prim and Autumn Love, both of them, those are already embroidery designs. The USB contains embroidery designs, so that's not snapplique. What I am doing with those is using the placement lines to pre-cut my fabrics. I am doing that. Okay. The Joy Pillow is a little kit that I said is a quick and easy snapplique project that we were going to do. It's from my girlfriend's quilt shop. Y'all don't get them confused. My girlfriend's quilt shop is owned by the twin sister from Kimberbell. They're both in Logan, Utah. Then there's my best friend's quilt shop, and that's up in Idaho. So it's really easy to get them confused. So snapplique has changed over time. So will the membership teacher adapt as it continues to adapt? That would be me, Carolyn. I've pretty much got the process down now. Yeah. Okay. You pray you learn how to do snap. Okay, Brenda. You used to learn things quick. Now it doesn't happen like that anymore. I know, right? I know. I get it. I hear you. Okay. So let's go over here to my ironing board, my horribly scorched ironing board. And that's the beauty of a membership. The membership ability. Let me bring you guys up a little bit. For you guys, since it is pre-recorded, you can stop. I love you too, Carolyn. You can stop the video when you need to, okay? All right. So, top of the quilt, right? What I'm going to do is lay these out straight. I did not cut my blocks. That's a big chain. I'm just going to lay these out right here. Now, I've got to have one seam allowance going one way and another seam allowance going the other way so that they can nest with the row below it. Okay. So this is pretty easy. This first one, I'm just going to take my fabric, okay, and push it up. And that makes sure that that seam allowance is also pressed up. Okay. This one, I'm going to flip both of these over like this and then pull this one down. And that's going to make sure that that seam allowance goes down. Sometimes I have to finger press these, but that's how I do it. So every other one goes every other way. So all the odd number ones, this is 1, 2, 3. All I do on 3 is take the top layer and press it up. Make sure that seam allowance is pressed up. Okay. And then this one, take them both, flip them over, grab that. Now the bottom is now the top, and fold it down. And that's going to press that seam allowance the other way. Very easy to do, quick and easy once you get into the rhythm. And it's easy to know which one's next. You just peek at the one before it and go the opposite way. Push this up. Oh, Debbie from Friday. Debbie's was the winner on Friday. She did reach out to me and collected her On Wander Lane book. So I just want to give you an update on that. Okay. So I just go down this whole thing as far as my cords will let me. And then grab this whole thing, pull it up, and pull this back. Okay. So I'm down at the end of my board now. And I'm not going to cut these apart. I'm just take this whole string and drop it over the edge and move everything up like this. Let's see. For these last ones. See? Easy peasy. Then I cut them apart and put them back up where they go. Right? Let me see. Yeah, that has to be like that. Okay. Let's see. So this one, I'm going to take a peek, is coming down. So this one's going to go up. You could do the ups, every other one. That's quick and easy. I'm all about efficiency, you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then I'll do the downs. Flip them all at one time. What happened here? Good night. That's a mess. I'm going to have to take that apart. Flip this. What a hot mess that is. So much for efficiency. Look what happened, y'all. What is going on right there? Jeez, that's terrible. So I'm not going to take it apart, okay? I don't want to cut these until I'm ready to put them back up on the wall, which I'm ready to do now, and then I'll fix that other one. Okay. This is really easy to get this confused. Really easy to get it confused. I got to walk around here to come around. I got too much equipment running here. Oh, dog toys. Got stuff everywhere. But I love this Stitchuation room with y'all because you guys, I'm so productive. Oh my goodness. Okay. Quilt wench, what are you talking about? Ugh, that's funny. Won't be swayed to the dark side. Okay. So don't cut them all apart at once. You don't want to do that. Okay. One at a time. And I use the back of my chair to kind of hold it. Okay. And I've got that on. Good. And snip one. Okay. And I just have to remember that this went this way, right? Like that. So all of the seam allowances for the center of these blocks are all facing to my left. And the next one, the seam allowance, because it's easy to get them turned around, right? Faces are to my right. And then this one faces to my left. There. It just be patient, you know, take some time. And like I said, don't cut them all apart. That's a disaster waiting to happen. And to my right, over this one here, or to my left, my right, whatever. Right, left, right, left. So I have many times, I have gotten my quilt blocks completely out of whack in the quilt because I wasn't paying attention after I was doing something like this. All right, you guys, our hour is up. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I really appreciate it. Be sure to give the video a like. The thumbs up is the like. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me that you join me every morning. I just love hanging out with you guys. So, well, Hope, I'm thankful for your watching as a viewer on my channel too, and a member. All right, y'all. I hope you get something done in your studio or your sewing area today, even if it's just 20 minutes. Set your watch for 20 minutes. Go in there and just do a little bit. Eat that elephant one bite at a time, okay? We'll talk to you soon. You guys go sew something. Bye.